by that.
Freethinkers already.
Wow.
All right, folks. Welcome to the Walk-Ons. Yet another episode. Greatness right here. We're going to talk some sports, a little bit of entertainment. Got the playoffs to cover. Get a little Kanye West talk in here as well. That being said, let's go ahead and get started on the show.
Man. Freestyle music.
I know, right?
right?
All right, folks. Welcome to the show. This is the Walk-Ons. Thank you for tuning in. Tonight we have our man Gary.
Yo.
Brandon.
What's up?
We got one of the owners of the network, Freethinkers, Dave.
Yeah.
We got Megan.
Hello.
We got the homie SK in the house tonight. We're going to interview with him later. The ultimate flourisher right there. All right, like again.
Taliban Shorty.
All right, welcome y'all to the show. We're going to go ahead and get started today. Make sure that you follow us on all our social media platforms. As you see them on the side of your screens right there, follow us on all of those platforms. Keep up with us. We got other shows besides this. We got Food Tripping, Clemson Chat, Freethinkers Radio Show. We got all kind of shows that come on this network. Make sure you tune in for everything and follow us on those platforms so you can keep up with that. But let's go ahead and get started with the Pick Six. All right, last Thursday we had the NFL Draft, so let's just get into it. Cleveland Browns. What are our thoughts, people?
I mean, I thought they made good picks, but I don't understand why they drafted the corner so high.
Or
That's what
Baker.
I didn't understand that.
You didn't like Baker as a first pick?
Not number one. Not number one at 6'1".
Who would you have picked?
I'd be honest. I would probably taken Josh Rosen before Baker just because he fits the profile. I feel like I can trade him easier. You know what I mean?
Hey, man, check this out. Baker Mayfield walked on to Texas Tech, got the starting job, said forget it, left Texas Tech, walked on to Oklahoma, got the starting job, took them to the national championship Final Four, and won a Heisman. If that ain't all it factor, I don't tell you.
I was just going to get to that point. And not only that, but all the moves that they made in the offseason too, and they drafted Nick Chubb too, didn't they?
Yeah, they got Chubb in the second round.
And they got Chubb. They got Gordon coming back.
Right.
Yeah, well, aren't you worried about his maturity level? I mean, have you seen some of the things he's done here?
I'm saying, the dude got caught. It was a college kid got caught drinking alcohol. Like, okay. Like,
It's kind of typical.
That sounds like that.
Yeah, he's a college student.
So are we going to give him a pass and not give Johnny Manziel a pass?
Them two totally different.
See, that was different. Johnny Manziel was acting wild
See,
while he was in the Fed. That's completely different.
See, Johnny Manziel also got some CDV charges here too.
Yeah,
so it's a little different for Johnny.
Yeah.
Look,
and I don't think Baker's on
Baker
drugs.
Mayfield drinking, got stopped by the police, resisting arrest. What he did to the Kansas fans, grabbing his junk. All of that stuff shows immaturity.
To be fair to him,
that's what I see.
If he's 6'5", I can overlook all that. If he's 6'4", I can overlook all that.
But why is it fair for fans to say whatever they want to say to these athletes, and the athletes they can't be boisterous and fight back?
We're gonna get into that.
I mean,
we're gonna get into
now.
Well, my thing is this. All right, pre-game, they go up and shake hands. They don't shake the dude's hand. He's like, "Dang, y'all gonna put me on front street like that?" So
Yeah.
it's like,
Come on.
you fired the first shot, so if you punch me, you can't get mad if I slap you back.
Exactly.
It's
That's what I
Kansas.
Exactly.
Kansas has like a million losing streak, a million game losing streak.
Even more my point, like
Okay.
you got no business trying that Kansas.
Yeah,
Like,
it's maybe the worst program in the
yeah,
country.
you need to show as much sportsmanship as possible.
Send us Missouri, but
But then what's he gonna do when Cincinnati Bengal fans are acting a fool with him? What's he gonna do?
That's what I'm saying.
There's nothing
What's
wrong
gonna
with that.
do then?
See, my thing is there's nothing wrong with being boisterous and being charismatic. That's fun to me. Cleveland needs that. They need that desperately. I mean, what's wrong with that? It's showing character.
At this point, they're gonna try him just because. So.
I said I'm pulling for him, but I'm just saying when those real NFL fans get on him, what's he gonna do then?
pull up in the park.
Throw 2 touchdowns.
I
don't know.
250.
He gonna shoot a bird.
We'll
plant a
see,
flag at
'cause
50-yard line.
Oh yeah, he definitely gonna do something.
That pitch and catch, I don't know how
But it
much
ain't
of
gonna
that
be the
he gonna have
level
in
of
the
Johnny
NFL like
Manziel,
that.
though.
I'm just being real with you.
He probably gonna spend the whole year on the
he
bench
would have
behind
to play for the
Tyrod.
Patriots.
That's
That
what
would
That'd be good.
that's
for
what
him.
I
That's
think.
good
That'd be
for
good.
him.
Yeah.
That's a
All right.
smart move.
So Lamar Jackson,
Ooh.
what we think about him going to Baltimore?
I think that's the perfect landing spot
yeah.
for him.
You
I
think
mean,
perfect landing
he-
spot?
Yeah, he's real
Absolutely.
close to the field. Tell you that.
And-
Flacco got how long?
And he's
That's
there with
true.
Hayden
He's
Hurst.
real close
No,
to the
remember
field.
they said Flacco was an elite quarterback. Remember? That's what I was told.
Hey,
He is
man,
mediocre.
He was elite
He
for
is
about
every day.
average.
He was for about 7 games. He was elite for about 7
He's
games.
getting paid like one.
At no point in time on earth was Flacco ever elite. Let's just get that out.
Now,
there.
that playoff run, he was
that,
elite.
That playoff
He
run was
played
amazing.
good.
He was elite.
No,
He was great.
There's levels that's playing good and being elite. Those two things are totally different.
That postseason, he was elite. That postseason,
he was very good.
He had the
He
most
beat the best
touchdowns
you can
without
beat.
a pick in NFL history. That postseason,
And he was very good.
He was great.
Elite means over a long course of time.
Tim
That
Tebow was elite for
7
one
games.
play in Pittsburgh.
Exactly.
Like, but Flacco was elite for that playoff run.
Yeah.
That's all I got for you.
But
You cheapen the word elite when you say Flacco was elite. Well, you cheapen the word, man. Let that word
I'm not
back
kicking
to
up for him. He's average to me. I hope Lamar Jackson takes his job.
If you're
you
getting
know.
paid like an elite quarterback, does that make you elite? Because he's definitely getting paid.
No.
He's getting paid, but he stinks.
Pretty much every quarterback in the league get 20 million. So that's
Right,
that's a
that's
different
elite.
price.
Yeah.
man.
20 mil is elite.
I
and all of
start,
them
I get
that.
20 mil. That's what it is.
I don't anticipate he'll be the starter for the rest of the season. I think Lamar's going to probably take a spot eventually.
All the experts say Lamar's at least 2 years away. That's all the experts.
Mm.
I'm not I'm not a quarterback guru.
Are we talking
I
about
can
Todd
see that.
McShay and
And I can see
Kuiper, though?
that.
I'm saying everybody
Because they've been
from,
wrong for the last couple of years.
I mean,
I'm just saying.
Now I was surprised he fell so far. I thought it would have been at least around the 20th pick maybe.
Well,
That's
his
sound
throwing
reasonable.
motion is not like a Tebow throwing motion, but he
Right.
needs
oh,
to
he
work
throws a
on
good
that.
ball. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
he got the tools, but
The worst thing about him is his deep ball accuracy. That's the only thing I've really noticed from him. I mean, but I think he has all the tools to be good.
He got bailed out a lot by that system. That system let him play wildcat and get third downs that he would have never got if he had to be a quarterback for them. Just being real.
Hey, that's true. So,
That's the thing that bothers me a little bit on the Baker side too. You know what I'm saying? Just being real. That pitch and catch. Baker takes one step back. You don't see 3 steps. You don't
but
see
from
5
everything
steps.
you hear from like the experts, they say like the system that Baker ran was pretty complex. So
I can see that. I can see that. It's kind of a not New Orleans, New England. That year when when they were doing Troy Brown and all that, and it's that style. And I'm like, I don't see it. Charlie Weiss kind of tried to take that thing on the road, and all the defensive coordinators figured out what to do against it, and then
it's a wrap.
I don't know if Baker gonna
We're
be
going to see
able
if
to
the
do it like
experts are
that.
right. Because they told me Christian Ponder was going to be great.
You should have came to your boy. I set you straight on that one. I'd have told you right on that one.
All right, so Shaquem Griffin. If you don't know who Shaquem Griffin is, he is the player that has one hand. People did not know where he was going to get drafted. He ended up getting drafted by the Seahawks, which is also a team where his twin brother plays.
Absolutely.
Are they twins?
Yeah,
They're
they're
twins?
They're twins.
I didn't know they were twins.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Yep, I read a story on it the other day. They showed the video when he found out the call. Kind of,
I didn't think he was going to get it. I'm not going to lie to you.
I did not know they were twins.
Yeah, I didn't know either. That's real.
Would you guys be
I do know he
courageous
got
enough
elite
to
speed.
draft a one-handed player?
Absolutely
nasty.
not.
No.
I mean, if I was a GM on a team and we had a couple extra 6 or 7 round picks, then I'd be like, why not? But to be real, I mean, I hate to be, just cold-hearted or whatever you want to say it, but the kid has one hand.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I
that's a
understand.
definite disadvantage.
I mean, we've seen that kind of the same light with Jason Pierre-Paul. He's playing with one hand,
But
too, right?
and you know the thing about that, he's clearly no longer the same player with that one.
But he's not the same beast he was, but he's still a pretty good player.
He went from being like elite to being like
He still
good
starts.
player.
He still starts for every team in the NFL
he does not.
with one hand.
He would not.
He starts for every team in the
But
NFL.
he was
with one
already
hand.
he was already in the league when he got
JPP,
that
yeah.
injury.
He absolutely would not.
That is true. That's true.
His start, other than maybe J.J. Watt being, if he was healthy, maybe he wouldn't have, but he starts for.
It's 32 teams
who
in the
don't
league.
have
JPP would not
elite
start for 20
DNs.
teams in the league.
Whoa. I think he can still play. And, I mean, we've seen it in other sports. Jim Abbott pitched great in the major leagues with one arm, and they said he couldn't do it because they were like, well, we'll bunt the ball every time and see what he can do. Guys throwing him out. When he's called to hit the ball, he's bunting, he's hitting. It can be done, so I'm pulling for him.
I mean, it would be cool, but I'm saying like NFL a contact sport where you got one hand and how technical and how sound these guys are with how they move and how every little micro movement is calculated with technique is like.
I think him being a linebacker is different. Though.
Yeah,
I mean, now if he was a
gets there
receiver,
so quick,
obviously
too.
not.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
trust me, I played linebacker a little bit in college. Like me having one hand would have been like, hey, I ain't got no chance. You try to take on blockers. You try, run tackle people like.
That might be a little different for somebody who's been that way. So,
True, true.
You got a different
yeah.
skill level, skill set.
True.
Yeah, he found a way to adjust in that bowl game.
That's
I tell you that.
But
Yep.
I'm
and
glad.
he's still running that. What, a 4.5?
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm glad they gave him a chance.
And
Though.
with a
4-3.
twin
Gets there
brother,
quick.
with a twin brother, I'm sure he's played like they don't play. He probably don't take no slack on them. So
Yeah.
he's played,
We're gonna see. We're gonna see.
Time or two.
Now, Josh Allen. Yeah. So he made some news about some previous tweets that he had, where he referenced the N-word and a couple other.
But can you judge kids
racially
what they do when they're
charged
15? I mean, like, what was the dude, 14?
I mean,
But that's the thing,
using
the social media era.
Using context, it looked like they were quoted tweets of somebody else using rap lyrics. That's what it looked like to me. I mean, it's not okay, but I'm just saying it's not like he was outwardly calling people the N-word. You see what I'm saying? You got to use context behind it.
Yeah, I had absolutely that didn't do anything for me. I'm like, dog, he was 14, 15 years old. Like, if you found out the dumb stuff I did at 14, 15 years old,
That just goes to show when you put that kind of stuff out there, it's there for eternity.
Absolutely.
So you got to be careful of what you do.
Yeah, Twitter, I could imagine would have been like when we were in high school if we had unlimited paper. If we had Twitter, you know what I'm saying? You could get them notes back if we was passing around the classes. And oh boy,
think about if you had Twitter in the 90s and then
or Instagram in the 90s.
Yeah, and then the Me Too era comes out now. Those tweets come back.
Oh my God!
It's over for half of
the entire Snoop Dogg era of life. Everybody had to throw their whole life away.
Snoop, Uncle
they had to
Luke,
throw their whole,
bruh.
like from Uncle Luke to the end of Doggy Dog World. Throw your whole life away.
The entertainment industry already going down.
All right, folks, that was the pick 6. We come back. We're gonna talk the NBA playoffs. Is Russ to blame? Is Billy Donovan to blame for what happened to them? Did LeBron just have the greatest series that he's had in any playoff series? We're going to talk about all of them when we come back. Stay tuned right here on the Walk-Ons.
If they had Snapchat in the 90s, bro.
Yes,
oh, man. It would have went down at the pencil sharpener, bro. It would have went down at the pencil sharpener. Dang. Everybody had extra pencils.
So Sabrina says, after Flacco got his big deal, he fell off.
Thank you, Sabrina. See?
After Flacco, he right. Yeah, that's exactly right. Happens to a lot of us. I mean, Albert Hainsworth did us bad like that. It turned into Fat Albert. Like, for real. Like the cartoon.
Didn't Mario Williams do that too for the Texans?
Wow.
I don't know, man.
Mario balled for a while.
Was kind of crazy.
Yeah,
he was balling.
Mario balled for a while.
He said that was Josh. Josh
plays.
basically said New Orleans would have been the only other place that would have been better.
For Lamar.
Oh yeah, for Lamar,
that would have been good.
Him and Josh Allen was
JT Barrett signed with the Saints, didn't he?
Did he?
Yeah, he signed with the Saints.
I thought it was the Dolphins. He was Saints.
No, he signed with the Saints.
That's gonna be something serious now.
That don't mean that he'll be cut by August.
All right, folks, welcome back to the Walk-Ons. Once again, follow us on all our social media platforms that you see on the side of your screen right now. iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all of it. Freethinkersradio.com. Check out all of our shows, Walk-Ons, Food Trippin', Clemson Chat, Freethinkers Radio Show, and all the other shows we have. We give you all the greatest content. Make sure you follow that. We got the playlist updated every Friday with all the music you need for your life. Listen, we're giving it all to y'all. All right, folks, let's talk about the NBA playoffs now. Before we get into who's left, I want to get into Russ and Melo and Billy and Playoff P.
You had one job.
What happened here?
One job.
Listen, I don't want to put all the blame on Russ. I really don't, because Carmelo was terrible.
Terrible? That's all you got?
He was awful. He was washed. He was terrible. Playoff P was terrible as well. I do blame Billy Donovan too. But the assessment I've made from watching this team is I don't think Russ will ever be able to play with another star. I think, if the Thunder want to win the championship, they're going to have to build around him with role players and, minimal players that aren't on the superstar level. Yep. That's the only way they'll win. But in this new era where you need a super team to win, that's not possible anymore.
No one can play with Russ. No one. When you have your point guard, now everyone will say, he's averaging 10 assists a game, which is fine. But your point guard is putting up 43 shots a game.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
that's Kobe.
In fairness to him, I mean, Paul George was 2 for 16, and I don't even remember what Carmelo was. He had 7 points then. So if your other two co-stars are playing like that, I mean, you got to do what you got to do. Period.
Right.
All right, so first off, let's not diss Kobe in any fashion. Let's keep it in balance here.
You throw up 40 shots in a minute on your two now.
Yeah, Kobe would throw up 43 shots to hit the game winner. So
let's not get my blood pressure high.
And he would control pace, which
other thing you said. One thing I know for certain.
That's right. I see he's running.
KD woke up that morning smiling, drinking a cup of coffee. Like now y'all see what I was talking about.
Now y'all see.
I have a hard time articulating to people that just because you get 10 assists per game does not mean you're not being a ball hog. It is very hard to play with Russ as Melo, as PG-13 or seeing. I don't think PG-13 played bad this series. He had a bad game though, because he balled out a couple nights. He's had bad. He's had a bad night that night. Whatever. He's but one thing I found out about PG-13, he's definitely a Robin. He's not Batman.
Yeah.
He's definitely Scottie Pippen.
I don't think he'll ever be that superstar that look like he's about to be.
His ceiling is like Scottie Pippen. Like, I'm great, but I need a great person beside me to really like take us over the edge, whatever. But
that leg didn't come back the same.
And you know who that player should be? It should be Anthony Davis.
That would be a good look for him to go to.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, if they let Boogie walk,
which they should.
New Orleans.
So y'all really gonna let Boogie walk?
They should.
Yes, they should.
Wow.
Yeah.
You've seen what they've done without him.
Chemistry is important.
You can't have two big guys down in the post.
It ain't even that. Boogie got that Achilles injury, man. Big guys don't come back off Achilles. It's hard for a small person to come back off Achilles injury. Not 7 footers, like he's done.
I mean, I think they could work with Boogie, but like you said, the injury. I don't, they were improving while he was still playing, while he was still healthy.
Now, if he's healthy, that's the best big man in the league. Like, that's the best center in the league.
Yeah.
But that injury, like, you can't do it.
But the Pelicans, that's all they need is a wing player that can play both sides of the court and shoot three.
Now, my unbiased opinion is he should go there.
Yeah.
Well, Josh says PG will not
he
consider the Pelicans at all.
And he has to be
the best
player on the team.
Because it's the wrong market.
Josh was talking to.
At this point in his career.
Was not good.
PG is going to the
Australia.
Lakers.
PG has the third best player. Has to be the third best player on the team.
Russ
See, my thing, I don't understand.
By the Australian. I don't understand.
Josh, that's not good.
Josh. Tell Josh to chill out, man. Hey, Josh, you wild, bro.
See, my thing is this: I don't understand why exactly PG is looking at LA. If you're, what you're seeing in this,
if you're LA, do you still want him?
He's from LA, absolutely.
No, but
have you seen LA roster?
The last three.
I get that, but they're in a rebuilding mode. They're in a rebuilding stage,
No.
and you don't know how good Ingram or Kuz or Alonzo Ball are going to be yet.
First of all, we're not. I mean, it's not the beginning of the rebuilding stage. It's kind of like you can see the progress now.
I can
add him to the roster with another star. Those are solid pieces they got with Kuzma.
Oh yeah, you put PG on a team with Kuz.
Don't put ball in there. Don't put ball in there.
Think about what we just said. We just said that he needs to have another, a player that's better than him.
And that's the thing.
And he's better than all those guys.
That's the thing. Like the rumors always been that
why not, Josh?
him and LeBron are going to be there together, or it's maybe him.
I don't
and
see LeBron
Kawhi.
going there. How would LeBron and Lonzo fit? I don't like how.
That would be awkward to me. Like,
they already said they're not going to give up Brandon, and Brandon basically play the same position. Either small forward or shooting guard.
Well, it'd be kind of like, I guess, how like the Celtics are running it now, where basically like you just got a bunch of 6'6", 6'7" people on the court
running interchangeably.
Speaking of the Celtics,
but that's not
what are their chances
system,
against Sixers though? What are the Celtics' chances against Sixers?
Chances? They're up 1-0, right?
Yeah, they showed it last night.
They about to go up 2-0, maybe. I mean, they got them young boys off their grind.
I was a little concerned at first. Thought maybe they would have the enthusiasm from Meek Mill getting out of jail,
Yeah, you know what?
But
a catastrophic drop of the ball was they did not, when they got Meek out of jail, brought to the game, they did not play the intro to Dreams and Nightmares.
What did I say last week? What did I say last week on this show? I said he should do the song.
That should have been the intro for the damn.
My man came straight to the game without getting a haircut. He got the haircut backstage. He was ready. Give him the mic. Let him do the song.
And he should change his shirt. They could have the man change the clothes there, man.
Exactly. He ain't even had to perform. He could have just came out there. The crowd would have sang it for him.
Yeah.
And then they would have lost by 10 instead of 17. They just got straight out coached.
The Sixers weren't ready.
They got moved around.
I think the Sixers are the better team. They just weren't ready for that.
Yeah, Celtics came out and punched them in the mouth, so to speak. The Celtics undermanned right now. This matchup would be super dope if the Celtics were fully healthy with Kyrie and
it would be a blowout.
Super dope. I don't say it would be a dope, but it'd be a very dope matchup to watch.
Brad Stevens is one of the best coaches in the league right
absolutely,
now.
Top
and he's
3.
killing them young boys. You put Joel Embiid out and Ben Simmons out there. They got talent, but they pulling the Detroit Pistons on the boys. Like how Larry Brown and the Pistons.
They need to be playing post, man. They don't play post at all. Like he gets no reps
because he got to get in the system, man. It's a system
the shot
game.
now.
Huh?
Has the shot gotten any better?
I don't know, but he can still get to the rack. Like he's good. Like
he's his points over replacement is pretty high.
I think Boston's the team of the future in the Eastern Conference.
I think it's gonna be a battle between them and the Sixers for the next couple of years. Like top dogs. Like
it's Philly will be in there, Boston will be in there. I still think Indiana will be in there for a while too. I mean, they're young, Miles Turner, Victor Oladipo. Toronto, if they can keep DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry together, they'll be there for a while. The East is looking really. The East is going to be the most competitive it's been in years.
Speaking of Toronto,
that window is closing in on Toronto.
There is no window.
That window is closing.
I'm picking Toronto to beat Cleveland in 7.
No,
I'm telling you, Toronto is. Toronto is that girl who you think on paper is the one, but you like.
If it goes 7, Cleveland's not going to beat Toronto.
It's more to say about Cleveland than it is about Toronto. Toronto's a really good team. I mean, this is the best they've been in years.
This is it. If they don't knock out Cleveland this time around, then you got to blow that.
You got to blow that up. Is mentally fragile.
You got to blow it up.
This happens every year.
Okay, but be real. What roster would you rather have, the Cavs or Toronto's?
Toronto.
Cavs. LeBron is the best player in the world until he is beaten. I will always go.
Why
with LeBron
would you take
first.
the Cavs roster? You have LeBron and whomever else. Toronto, you got 3 guys that you can depend on.
What 3?
You got
you can depend on Kyle
Lowry. You got
Kyle DeMar and who?
You got Jonas Valanciunas.
And then
hold on. You said you can depend on Kyle Lowry?
You got Serge Ibaka.
He's had some problems in the playoffs,
boy.
But that's why I say that window is closing. They got
talk about the faith of a mustard seed.
Right. Oh my God,
that too big system ain't coming out right now. That's not how we roll in the NBA today.
You said they're dependable. How are they dependable? They keep getting beat by LeBron.
Well, I tell you this,
but this is a whole different team.
They're a bad matchup for the Cavs because what exposes the Cavs is speed. And Lowry is not a speed point guard, so they can't like penetrate and break the Cavs down. Like I'm expecting the series to be like 4-1 the Cavs. To be real with you,
that's crazy to me. I think that comes from just having like way too much faith in LeBron. Don't get me wrong, he was great in the last series, but this is a whole different animal. We're talking about Toronto.
But they say that.
I mean, they got 3 or 4 bodies that they can.
Year, though.
When you get to the lane,
what's the main piece missing this year? What's the biggest thing missing from the Cavs this year? Think about it.
But you forget now
that man Kyrie Irving ain't there anymore.
Right.
That changes everything.
All right, folks. When we come back, we're gonna get into.
I agree, Josh.
A little bit of this and that. Here's our new segment. Cover a little bit of sports, a little bit of entertainment, a little bit of fun stuff. We're gonna get your opinions on some things. Make sure you stay tuned to the Walk-Ons.
That's right. You got to overextend. You got to overextend that Cavs lineup.
Yeah,
the Raptors go 10, 11 deep.
They got 3 or 4 players.
You know what I mean?
Can throw at LeBron this year.
LeBron can score 70. Teams score more than 70. It just is what it is. You don't win. Games aren't won with 70 points. He can go score 70.
We can get Tristan Thompson to play at that same level every game. If we can get Kyle Korver to hit his shots every game.
Tristan playing now.
Yeah, Chloe gone. The curse is gone. We good now. You saw that, right? Yeah.
You see,
Kardashian curse is real.
You ruined their relationship.
Okay.
You guys have ruined it.
Exactly. Thank you, Sabrina. Yo, anytime you in Columbia, you guest on the show whenever you want to pull up. See,
man, Tristan, a 26-year-old man with $80 million in the bank. What you thought he was doing the whole time?
Exactly.
I was proud of him. Like, hey, you winning out here, Tristan.
And you took him from his last baby mama. So what you expect? You knew what it was.
You knew he was out here dirtbagging.
And if you ain't knew what it was, Kim should have told you what it was.
But they trashing him when it's one of them. To me, it's one of them things like everybody hates the Kardashians. Now he go and do that, and it's like he end up.
He's making them the sympathetic figure.
Right.
I had zero sympathy for them ever. But anyway, folks, welcome back to the show. Once again, follow us on all our platforms you see on the side of the screen. iHeartRadio, freethinkersradio.com, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, all of that. Make sure you follow us. All right, let's get into a little bit of this and that. So we're going to have a little fun this week. I'm going to start off with food because y'all know I am the host of Food Trip, so I got to start with food. When it comes to wings, drums or flats?
Oh, come on.
Drums.
Drums, man.
Definitely drums.
Anybody who picks flats
I want to mix.
is a borderline sociopath.
Yeah, like that's
Drums are easier to dip in your like ranch or blue cheese or whatever.
See, I don't do ranch or blue cheese.
You don't.
But
What?
I hate blue cheese.
What do you eat wings with?
The wings.
So you don't use honey mustard. You don't use ranch.
I hate honey mustard.
This
with a
comes from
passion.
the man who won't put ketchup on a hot dog.
Whoa.
Ketchup
You
on a
eat
hot
a
dog is
whoa,
blasphemous.
whoa.
Yeah.
You eat a plain hot dog?
With,
No,
no,
mustard.
mustard.
What?
Who puts ketchup on hot dogs?
Who
I knew I
doesn't?
wasn't the crazy one.
Everybody does.
American
Nah.
dogs are ketchup and mustard.
You're in a big minority.
Now the
right?
Chicago dog, you can't put a ketchup on a Chicago dog.
No, he had a
100%.
plain hot dog and said
Yo,
ketchup does not go on a
Speaking
hot
of
dog.
that, shout out to the
Mustard.
Columbia Firefighters.
Oh,
That was a
that's
fire
just
hot dog,
poor
by the way.
teaching.
Your boys hot dogs.
Listen,
That's just poor teaching.
Nah, but you get you some good spicy wings of some sort, like different flavors, like the Louisiana rub at Wingstop is fire.
It is.
Yeah, you definitely don't need to put anything on wings, but dog, hot dog without ketchup, that's borderline unethical.
That's I told you.
Y'all
I
are bugging right.
Flats are the crust. Flats are the crust of a chicken wing.
Josh about
Flats are the chicken wing crust. That's
All
what,
right.
that's what flats are. That's you got the actual chicken wing and then the flat. That's a
If
crust.
you eat all flats, I'm pretty confident you still eat fish sticks too.
Yeah, like
fish
you
sticks is terrible.
spit two bones out your mouth, shoulder. That's how you like to eat chicken wings.
savage,
Yeah,
like.
you enjoy that.
All right, now we're gonna talk about little sports anchors right now. Who are some of the hottest sports anchors out there? I don't mean hottest as far as what they do in their job. We got that. They know their job. That's why they're on the platforms they're on. I'm talking about looks wise.
Nice woman.
Who are
nice
some of the
post.
hottest out here?
Carrie Champion. That's probably number one.
Okay.
Best set of knees on TV. Hands down.
Whoa.
The Carrie Champion is bad though. Definitely.
Carrie
Definitely.
Champion.
Next time you see Carrie Champion, because she always wearing dresses, check her knees out. You'll be like, wow.
Roz. She would always be on the sideline reporting at the
Oh,
Warriors
for the
games.
Warriors.
Roz.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
She on TNT
yeah.
now,
Oh,
right?
man.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Lord.
Yo,
definitely.
Taylor Rooks.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
yeah.
I
Yo,
stalk her
D-Wade
on
was
IG.
looking dead ass. He already knew what the deal was. in the interview.
I stalk her daily on IG.
What's the girl for the Colin Cowherd show? Christine Leahy.
Nah, I'm good on that.
Nah.
I'm good on that.
Make sure you watch the comments. Josh about to flame you in the comments for that statement. I know it's
I'm
coming.
good on that.
I know it's coming.
She is
I tell you who do it for me. Lisa
like-
Salters.
Oh, we got Jalen. We got
Michael
Jalen
Schwartz.
Rose
That's real
commenting.
Yeah,
little
there's a
Claire
Jalen
Huxtable
Rose.
type
I agree
thing
with
going
Jalen
on real quick,
Rose.
man.
I ain't
You
gonna lie. I like
Who
Doris
said
Burke a
Jalen
lot.
Rose?
I like
Doris
Doris
He
Burke.
just said
Yeah,
Jalen
I can
Rose.
say
Somebody
Yeah.
said Jalen Rose in the comments. I didn't say Jalen
I
Rose.
see you. I see you,
I'm
BJ.
saying-
Wait a second.
I agree. And then Michael Smith with that beard.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
All right.
Michael Smith.
I heard you.
With
This
the
is
beard.
research.
With the
Heard
beard.
you.
With the beard.
Y'all better
He's
calm
growing.
Megan down.
He's like a fake Drake.
Gary, what
There
about
you go. Hey.
What?
Beards work, fellas. This is research.
I'm going back in my day.
It's research.
Jane Kennedy.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Kennedy.
I gotta
Jane
Google that.
Kennedy. That's right.
Oh.
All right.
Who
So,
else?
yeah, we got. You
Google
got somebody
that.
else? You could,
Oh.
Let me
Josh feels some
think.
kind of way about Kristen Leahy, don't
what
you?
would he say?
Man, that girl's
Oh,
beautiful.
my.
I told you it was coming.
Oh, my.
As soon as you said it,
He talking about some
Whoa.
only I would pick that bony face chick.
Y'all Google Jane Kennedy
Whoa.
back in the day. That is a
I
reporter.
tell you who, I'm not picking Jamel Hill.
I don't.
Why?
Oh, man.
Oh
Okay,
my
man.
goodness.
To each his own, but we absolutely no slander of that up in this
Nah,
piece.
nah,
I'm
nah.
just saying, I don't understand
Jamel homie,
what's
but-
happening here.
Samantha Ponder. She's doing better than Kristen.
I don't know what
She
that
the only
is.
one making money.
Yes, she is.
What network she on?
What is
ESPN. She holds
Oh.
NFL Today now. She took over
Oh,
for
she got
Chris
a promotion.
Berman.
Who's the girl with the show on with Jalen Rose? Rachel Nichols?
Beadle.
No, Michelle Beadle.
Oh yeah, Michelle Beadle.
That's his comment for off the air. All right, folks. When we come back, we're gonna go to a little bit of this interview we have with Mr. Stephen Kennedy, aka the homie SK. We're gonna talk about his book, coaching, all that. Make sure you stay tuned to the Walk-Ons.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, did you Google Jane Kennedy?
No.
I'm trying to Google that because I have no idea who that
Let me
is.
see what Jane Kennedy
my
working
God.
with.
Now, I
When
feel
you
so
said that,
old.
I thought of Miss Jane Pittman. I'm like,
Wow.
that's what popped up in my head. I'm sorry.
I
but
know
that's
I'm the
just what
oldest, but look, back in
No,
the day.
I can see that. I can see
what
that.
you're talking about.
Oh, you done found out already?
I can see how that back in the day was like the one. I can see that.
Yeah,
I can see that.
I can definitely see that.
I'm with you on that.
So yeah, that was a
Y'all feel free.
that was a discussion. That was in the notes. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I sent it out. I definitely sent it out.
What we doing here? Shouts out though. I tell you what, it's hard to be a female commentator in sports though.
Yeah,
it's very hard because most people
is.
are already objectifying in the way that they watch their sports.
Yep.
And
oh,
then you're the
Christine Leahy's getting her
commentator.
own show, by the way. Christine Leahy.
All
Yeah?
right. All right.
So
Tell that
that's
to
how
Josh.
that's how she got on your love. That's how she got in.
She's not even
Kinda
my
put a
favorite
little-
one.
Yo, inbox her. She might
You
call
know what I'm
us.
saying?
Inbox her, bro.
That's how
Shoot your
that's
shot.
how she leveled up for you,
Man,
right?
y'all need to stop.
Yeah, she got her own
I ain't
place.
Oh
saying she's
yeah,
my
oh yeah,
favorite
Hey,
one.
oh yeah.
man.
Josh is
She might
right.
not
Welcome
be
back to the
your cup of
Walk-Ons
tea.
again. Follow us on all our
You know what I
platforms on the
mean?
side of the screen: Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. Freethinkersradio.com. All our shows, all the content's up there. And Josh is right. Marcus was always a fan of Jamel Hill back in the day. That's a fact. That's a fact.
I
Marcus
turn
isn't here to
fanboy.
defend
Jamel
himself.
Hill walk up in here. I turn fanboy.
Yeah.
I'm with it. I'm with it all the way about it. There's a couple of them.
Yeah,
Ava
Jamel-
DuVernay walk in here.
So
They've
you a
grown.
fan, or you like attracted to it? Like,
Well, see, you got to be able to look as a total package. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-oh.
As a total package.
okay, so it's
That's
an
it right
Oprah
there.
effect, kind of like.
It's I mean, to be honest, I mean the work. So like I would, yeah. I'm not gonna say she's not. You know what I'm saying? That's not her job to be a supermodel.
So
right?
you say
I'm
you would
just saying
shoot
that's
your
not her job
shot.
to be a supermodel. But I'm just saying like
Okay.
But
I'm gonna have respect when she walks in like queenship.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna have respect for her, like, dang, you do great work and everything, but I'm not gonna shoot my shot at her. Like,
y'all seen worse than Jamel Hill.
I've
I
seen
have,
worse.
absolutely
I've seen
seen
worse.
worse.
I've seen a lot better though.
Done shots at worse.
Hey, that's no slight though. That's no slight. Hey, Jamel Hill.
Just saying.
Hey, Jamel Hill, if you out here watching the walkovers today, you a nice looking young lady, just not for me.
Yeah,
Okay,
she's a
okay.
great journalist.
You're a great journalist. I love
great
your work.
journalist.
Jamel, tweet at SK if
Yeah.
you're going to tweet.
The views expressed on this program do
I
not
don't like the
necessarily
views,
reflect those
but
for
that's just
Freethinkers Radio.
I'm just saying. Yeah, I mean, y'all too focused on
They're
the face.
growing.
anyway.
They're growing.
All right. Well, we got the homie SK in the building today. Let's go ahead and get started with
It's
this.
Mo.
SK, how you feeling today, man?
Man, I'm feeling great. Man.
For those of you who don't know, this is the flourisher of all flourishers,
All
aka
flourishers.
the ultimate flourisher,
Ultimate flourisher.
aka Mr. Easy Money,
Easy money.
author, coach, former college athlete, does it all, world traveler, everything. Taliban shouted.
Taller man shouted, man. That's a boy,
Listen.
man. That's a swag, man.
Listen, we're gonna start off with the coaches. This is a sports
Okay.
show.
Sorry, I was coaching. All right,
Yeah.
we
So
get with it.
what's it like coaching out there?
Man,
DC?
it's crazy because after playing, the logical step for a lot of ex-athletes is to coach because it's like, well, this is what I know, this is what I do. I didn't want to coach. I didn't want to coach at all. Like I was like, it's like sex without like ejaculating. It's like, like I like playing football, cause I hitting people. Like coaching is like I tell you how to hit them. Like you get all the fun. Like what's the fun in that for me? So, but one day, man, one of my guys got head coaching job, man. Willie offered, shout out to Willie O. And he was like, hey, man, I need you to come out there and help me out. I was like, I really ain't trying to do that, bro. He's like, man, come on, dog. I need you. Come out there. You'll like it. Trust me. I went out there, man, like he said, man, sure enough, I fell in love with it, man. So, I'm full-time grinding now, man.
Okay. Your team at BC did really well last season.
We did, man.
Even though some of the people on this panel
matter of fact.
was throwing shots, and I
man.
stood up and defended y'all.
Oh, man, I even got on that post and like, hey, y'all guys twisted, man. We finna bust these boys,
and they
man.
came back and got the dub.
Man,
I
matter of
said
fact, it was when we
would.
played Timber. Was it Timberville?
I think so.
Yeah. It was like they gonna win. I'm like, they gonna beat us? Man, we smoked them boys 18-6, man. That's what we do at BC, man.
Exactly. I told
BC
y'all.
bad boys, man.
Trust what I tell you.
I do remember that.
I'm good picking.
It was you. Judas.
I wasn't gonna call names.
Judas
I
the
wasn't gonna call
betrayer.
names.
I picked Timberland because
Look away.
But it happened.
that's in my home area.
Oh yeah, he was repping his hood
okay.
though.
You repping the hood. All
He was
right.
repping his hood though.
I can feel that.
But some people that are absent from the panel today, Marcus,
Uh-oh.
we're not repping their hood. They just said y'all was gonna lose.
Did y'all play Midland Valley this year?
Huh?
Did y'all play Midland Valley?
Nah, we ain't played them last year.
That's my alma mater. We used to, whoop on Brooklyn Casey when I was in high school.
That's a long time ago, though, bro.
Yeah, everybody used to beat them a long
That
time
was a year ago.
We used to listen. We was at White Knoll beating them in the, back in the day.
Yeah.
So like that was a while back though.
Yeah, it's the new BC,
maybe
man.
the program
BC
is,
bad boys, man.
we've grown a lot since
Hey, we
then.
grown a lot, man. We've been to back-to-back lower state championships. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We trying to get over the hump.
Making
moves.
moves.
Ran to that monster called Dylan. We gonna get. That's the monster
Dylan-
right now.
Dylan's
That's
a
a
monster.
monster.
See, when I was in
Well-
high school, soccer was y'all's main sport. When I was in high school,
They still do pretty good soccer.
Yeah.
Still do pretty good soccer.
yeah.
Okay. So when you did play, you played for the Gamecocks.
I did.
The greatest team in South Carolina.
Absolutely.
Under Coach Lou Holtz.
Absolutely.
Legend.
Shout out to Lou.
Gamecocks.
And he played with friend of the show, Willis Ham. Shout out to homie Ham.
Ham,
So
my brother.
what were those days like under Lou Holtz?
Man, you know what? To quote Shakespeare, it was the best of times, it was the worst of times, man. Like I seen the highs of highs and lows of lows. But I think the biggest thing from that time was Coach Holtz was hard, was a hard coach to play for. But the thing about it is I got brothers from that experience who, you know, to this day we still tight and still call, talk on the phone all the time and everything like that. But just from Coach himself, man, low key, the amount of wisdom I got from him as just listening and taking in the stuff that he was preaching to us. And the crazy thing about it is, it's like when you were a kid with your parent, like your parent tell you stuff, you ain't listening, but you hear it.
Right.
And then kind of like later on down the line, it starts coming back into your mind. You start applying it to life. And so like, dang, you was really giving me game. Mom was really giving me game back in the day. And that's what we found a lot of things with Coach Holtz. Like he would just kind of preach us every day with different little sayings, different little quotes, philosophies. And we like, God, dang, man, bro, we just said this thing 5 different times already. Man.
We got it.
Like a key what he always used to say was, hey, in life, it's never as bad as it seems. It's never as good as it seems. Reality is always somewhere in the middle. And he would say that at least once a week every time. He's like, man, I ain't heard this so much. But it would be, turn to white noise after a while. But then, you get grown, something bad happens, like, this, whatever this is, it seems terrible right now, but it ain't that bad. A couple days later, like, you know what, it wasn't that bad.
So I do have a question for you. In the Super Bowl, we had, Alshon Jeffrey on the Eagles.
Absolutely.
And we had Stephon Gilmore on the Patriots.
Shout out to my boy Stephon. Yeah.
And they went at it in that game.
They did go at it.
First half, Alshon was going off, and they made the switch, put Stephon Gilmore on
Stacey
Alshon
Hubb
in the
was
second half.
Stephon was on him sometimes. Yes, he was.
Now, I thought Bill made the switch too late to put him on there because I thought by then the bleeding was already done. But what do you think of seeing, probably the two best Gamecocks in the league going at it like that on the biggest stage? What do you think of that?
It was a beautiful thing that, anytime somebody from the home team is up on that type of stage, it's a beautiful thing. Also got shout out Deuce Staley as being, I think Deuce might be the assistant head coach now in Philly now, but that's another big thing for us, another hometown person. That, matter of fact, Deuce from the airport too, matter of fact. So shout out to the airport, Casey, Lexington County.
We got a question for you in the comments, actually.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Josh want to know, were you playing during the Clemson Carolina brawl?
They just went straight.
No, that was a year. That was a year after I finished playing, and thank God wasn't, because I would be dead smack in the middle of that.
Right.
And I would have been like on TV front center, embarrassing my mama and everybody who knows me.
Right.
All right, now let's get to this book you got here. What's going on here? The author, SK.
Oh man, I'm jack of all trades. I got my book, SK's Fitness Plan for the Common Man, #what winners do. And basically what this is a book basically simplifying ways to be healthy and, get your lifestyle, get yourself together, man. Like I said in the book, like, man, I could give you a big book. Anybody could get a big book from like the bookstore with a whole bunch of fancy words in it and political correctness and all this stuff like that. But what can you really gain out of that? It's like reading like a textbook or something like that from school. Like, you really gonna read page to page on like your physics book? So you really gonna read page to page on like some doctors like book on how to get in better shape? I just give it to you straight and raw, man. Like, look, this is things you can do, help you out, get you in better shape. I also got motivation side to it because, with fitness, the key thing is everybody says, I want to go to the gym. And everybody will show up for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. But what's going to get you to come through from week 4 to week 6 when you see your results? Yeah. What's going to get you to go from week 6 to week 12 when you get the transformation that you really ideally want? What's going to get you to go from week 12 to 6 months out when you get past what you ever thought you could be? It's the motivation, what keeps you, drives you every day. And it's things that I use as motivation, a lot of which came from Coach Holtz, that I put in this book and give out to people. See, I'm giving free game. The book costs $20, but it's game, it's free game. Yeah. So you get back more than what you're paying for.
Great investment.
Well, where can they get a copy of your book?
You can get a copy on my website, www.mrwhatwinnersdo.com. That's MrWhatSwinnersdo.com. RDO.
Yeah, we'll put that in the comments for y'all.
Exactly.
I got a question.
I was sweating right there. Like, I can't be an author
WXYZ.
name, misspelling my own name. I can't be misspelling my own name. You know what I mean? That'd be wild, man.
So what are you expecting from USC this year? This upcoming year football?
Man, the Cox, man. So shout out to the Cox. Cox, they making progress. So I'm expecting them to seriously challenge for the SEC crown. That's the next logical step. I mean, this year we won 8 games regular.
Was it 8 or 9?
It was 8 in the regular season.
8 in the regular season. Yeah, 9 total.
Yeah.
So that's 8 and 4. And matter of fact, could have easily won 10 games. Cause I believe like 2 games. Texas A&M, we had a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter.
We shouldn't have lost to Kentucky at home.
Shouldn't have lost to Kentucky.
Yeah.
So it's 2 games. So we easily could have been 10-2 this year.
Yeah.
So, hey, Cox going up.
All right, we're looking for big things too. Then.
All right, folks. Again, that was SK. We'll have a little bit more of him a little bit later. When we come back, we got Robbie's Clemson Chat. You know he's got that for y'all every week. And we got the trailer for the upcoming episode of Food Trippin'. Make sure, again, you follow us on social media platforms. Stay tuned. We'll be right back here on the Walk-Ons.
SK. Yeah, that's heavy right there. Alumni say, "Hey, y'all better win the East. Y'all better win the East."
He said that he challenged for the SEC.
Well, I mean, if you make
if you
make Atlanta,
I think we can compete for the East. You know what I'm saying? I think we can definitely compete for the East, but for the whole SEC championship.
Hey man, I mean,
Georgia got quarterback problems.
I mean,
Josh is something else.
if you win the East, you ain't got to win but one more game.
Josh said, "Jake,
yeah, but in that one more game, typically probably got to play Alabama, and that's a huge step. So.
I mean, there's only one team in the nation that has a 2-game winning streak versus Alabama. You know who that is?
That's us.
University of South Carolina Gamecocks.
When was the last time we beat them besides 2010?
My last year when I played, it was my last year. It was 2002. We beat them at Carolina.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
We did. College game day was here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See?
Josh said Hayden Hurst ain't here to bail Jay Bentley out anymore.
Look, man. Right now, you still got to give Alex.
Hayden Hurst ain't here to bail Jay Bentley out anymore.
But we got Debo back. That's all that matters.
Right. You got playmakers back, and you think about what USC was those first 3 games when you had all those playmakers on that field.
That is true.
Now
you know what I'm saying? That team right there was dangerous.
You talked about Boogie Cousins and the Achilles. What about a broken leg? How's he going to come back from a broken leg?
That is
Bones heal. Bones are a problem. Like ligament tears, stuff like that. That's when you need to worry. A bone to heal. You could be back to normal.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back to the Walk-Ons, folks. Again, we're here with the whole panel. Got a special guest here today. But right now, it's about time to get into Robbie's Clemson Chat. You know, he gives you all the Clemson information that you can handle each week.
Time for me to go to the
nice
bathroom.
little doses right there, I know, right? It's hard for me too. But Robbie is the homie. Some good information. So let's go ahead.
I got some dishes that need washing or something.
Right Temp Heating and Air has served the Greater Midlands area for 30 years, providing service on all makes and models for our commercial and residential customers, as well as commercial and residential unit changeout and new construction installments, including VRV installs and designing commercial applications. There's a federal tax credit of 30% and a state tax credit of 25%, totaling 55% on the installation of a geothermal system. For a free unit estimate, call Right Temp Heating and Air today at 803-755-6556. I'm Robbie Kiner with this week's Clemson Chat. For the first time since 2012, no Clemson Tiger was taken in the first round of the NFL Draft. Don't expect that trend to continue next season, however, as all 4 Clemson defensive linemen are expected to go in the first round of the 2019 Draft. Jordan O'Daniel was the first Tiger taken in the 3rd round, the 100th pick overall. They'll like his ability to cover tight ends and make special teams tackles. Indianapolis Colts took Deion Kane in the 5th round. They're hoping for him to be a big play threat, like he was his sophomore year at Clemson when he averaged 19 yards per catch. That average dipped to 12 yards per catch with Kelly Bryant at quarterback last season. Ray McLeod was taken in the 5th round by the Buffalo Bills. Look for him to make the team based on his ability to return punts, and he also should serve as a backup receiver for the Bills his rookie season. 3 undrafted free agents. Ryan Carter went to the Buffalo Bills, Marcus Edmond to the LA Chargers, and Taylor Hearn to the Carolina Panthers. One trade of note, Martavis Bryant went to the Oakland Raiders, traded from the Steelers for a 3rd round pick. He'll team up with Jordy Nelson and Amari Cooper. So look out for that Raiders receiving core this coming season. Join us Tuesday night for the Walk-Ons and next week for more Clemson Chat.
Shout out to the homie Robbie. Another good episode of Clemson Chat. He gives it to you every Tuesday night. Great Clemson news for all my Clemson fans. Even if you're not a Clemson fan, Robbie's the homie. This is great information. He gives a good video every week. And
Robbie,
now,
nobody's perfect.
and now,
use your powers for good.
This is the time for the trailer for Food Tripping this week. This week, I am taking you to the Baked Bear. Let's go ahead and air Food Tripping. All right, folks, you already know who it is. It's your man, Cali Chris. Welcome to another episode of Food Tripping. This week on Food Tripping, we're going to the Baked Bear, not once, not twice, but 3 times. Bringing my man Marcus here with me from the Walk-Ons. We're going to get some of this good ice cream, these cookies, brownies, donuts. It's a wonderful world of ice cream and dessert here. We're going to take you right there with us this Thursday, right here on Food Tripping. Looking for one of those.
Called Mobays too.
Oh yeah.
All right. Nah. That's a whole nother conversation for
we'll do that off
air.
But yo, make sure you tune in this Thursday to Food Tripping. The Baked Bear. It started out in the 619, my hometown of San Diego, but you got one here now. God has smiled upon you all here and given you one. We didn't show you any pictures because, listen, you just need to tune in Thursday. It's just a lot of bright colors, a lot of good stuff out there. The lines have been down the street all week long since they opened. Went to the grand opening, went back again on my own time because I was just that good. Then went a third time, I had to bring somebody with me for this one. So tune in. We're going to give you all the exclusive behind-the-scenes stuff there. But really quickly, Kanye West. What's going on with your homie?
Why?
Somebody come get your man.
Why are we giving this man attention he so desperately wants?
He said slavery was a choice.
He's an idiot.
He is an idiot.
He said 400 years it was a choice. Like it was somebody alive for the whole 400 years. Like, you know, I'm just gonna ride this thing out. Like, see where it takes me. Hey, like 300 years. Like,
come on.
At first, I thought he was trolling when he had the whole pictures with the MAGA hat and some other stuff. Okay, he's trolling. Then after these 2 interviews today, the interview with Charlamagne the guy, and then the TMZ Live interview, it's like, okay, I don't think this is trolling. I think he really believes this stuff.
I understand that. Okay, we don't have to necessarily be Democrats, but it doesn't necessarily mean you have to align yourself with Republicans either and just be their mascot, I guess, for them.
In his defense, I don't know that that's what he's saying. I think he just wants people to accept him for having his beliefs.
Well, he has a right to have his beliefs, but the problem with this man now is
I agree with Jeremy.
His career is basically tanking.
Yeah.
And I mean, he has tons of money, which is good for him. But his sales, look at the sales.
And his last 2 albums were terrible.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
his
that's pretty much what
production
this is all
career is
about.
doing just fine. Yeah. His production career is fine. His career of himself being an artist is what I'm questioning. Do we care about Kanye's music anymore?
The Life of Pablo.
I don't think so.
Stinks.
That was how he opened up the interview with Charlamagne. Basically saying that this is what kind of between that and he said attacks towards his wife. So that whole robbery that
we still dealing with this robbery.
I'm sick of the whole family. Like I'm tired of hearing about the Kardashians. I don't care what Tristan Thompson did to Khloe. Okay, I don't care. I wish the whole family would just go away.
I think the big problem he has as an artist is that he doesn't have. He has what they classically say is he has nothing but yes men in his corner because in the interview with Charlamagne, he was basically like myth and why like nothing from the Life of Pablo was getting radio play. Yeah. And I'm sitting here like, dog, like you don't have anybody in your corner to be like, hey, bro, this is trash. Like,
well, they probably did. They probably did tell him that, but he's Kanye West.
But he took a lot of chances and gained it. You know what I'm saying? So people have told him no, and he done did it anyway. And
he's one of the few that can reinvent himself each album. And
has anybody read Charlamagne the God book?
Yeah. I got a copy at the house.
Man, it's a part. You remember this part in the book where he was like, Kanye came on there, was interviewing on the Breakfast Club, and he had like 2 or 3 homeboys with him. And he said the homeboys were on the other side of the glass, and like they would just stand up and be clapping and like roots Kanye on.
Yeah, at some point he had to have
that they couldn't hear anything they were talking about. They were just standing up, just clapping for no reason, like kind of like just like put energy out there, like I'm like, that's just the wildest thing
That's
ever.
crazy.
Like,
See,
Yeah, but
Kanye had a good
not
album
only
since 2010.
his homies and stuff, but what about the record label? Did someone at that record label say, "This is trash. We're not going to put this out. You go back in the studio and work on something."
They were still trying to figure out streaming music and the monetization and how you could be creative and still hit organic places, and so you didn't have to do everything by the book. I mean, at the end of the day, though, this is all about marketing. We have to, at some point, as customers, we have to realize the only reason that people that sell us stuff do stuff is because we buy it.
And they want to,
and that's just how that works.
And even outside of that, he's still winning in the people running out buying Yeezys every time a pair drops.
And they're gonna keep going.
500.
When we come back, we're gonna have Coach Fry on the line with us. Stay tuned to the Walk-Ons. But
he
always comes back when it's time to sell
move
something.
into his
I think he need to go there and retire.
clothing stuff or what have you.
Sarah has a good point.
Leave the music alone right now.
Sarah, not caring about the music he's cranking out and going back to beat making is his biggest fear.
Just being straight up, because
some good beats.
He fought hard to become a rapper.
Right. And if you look at his career, it's like decline, which is
because the music is trash.
But I mean, he's had a good enough career. His
he has three classic albums, like undeniable classic albums, at least three. Now there's nothing really you can put to that. Like,
just retire, dude.
Yeah, he's not. But he's a super producer. So what happens is he got to choose who to give what beats he's going to give to other people.
Right.
What beats he's going to keep for himself.
Whenever he does music, it's going to move the needle because it's Kanye. He's still going to do some numbers.
He can still do stuff for Travis Scott, Chance the Rapper, whoever.
Why Travis Scott?
Hey, Coach, can you hear us?
I mean, I like Travis Scott.
Why you want to on Travis?
We're gonna get Coach phone turned up a little bit.
Kardashian, whatever. Isn't he with one?
You there with us, Coach?
Yeah, he is.
Travis, that's why I said, why you gonna put him on Travis? Because that's his brother-in-law.
I mean, he does make good music. I mean, I like Travis.
Folks,
I like him too.
Welcome back to the
Walk-Ons. What we got now? We got a young lady on the phone.
There you go. You here?
Y'all already know what time it is.
I'm here, Coach. I'm here.
You know what? Things ain't been right without you, babe. You keeping these suckers.
Look,
that's it.
I'm glad you said it because I don't think they understand the impact.
The impact.
Absolutely. See, you're the only one that said LeBron was gonna win the first round. See, them jokers right there. I'm calling them jokers. See, you the only one that really understand the game. I'm just glad to have somebody on the right team.
Well, Coach, I'm not backing down. I said he was going to lose, and he's going to lose in this second round.
He's not going to lose.
He will lose in this second round.
I'm just glad you're here to tell him, Coach. I'm just glad you're here to tell him.
See, now you're going to talk into the future. I'm telling you, you said the line was going. See,
you said
that's
one
what
day
y'all always do.
Right now, they're down by 7 right now.
The past is the past. The past is the past.
If you was playing after Wiz, you'd be good. The game. Y'all couldn't play Bill Wiz.
Oh man, Bill Wiz.
But I'm so glad to know that I got a young lady on here that know some basketball because these dudes they don't know.
Slow down, Coach. Slow down a little bit.
Now, one of them jokers on there said that we won't gonna have no first round draft pick, and the Gamecocks got a first round back pick.
He said one of y'all jokers said it.
Who said that?
Ooh, I would think that was Josh. Wasn't that Josh said that? They didn't have
that might have been Josh.
It was a hater. It was.
But I'm not going to admit that because I knew how good Hayden Hurst was going to be. So he's a good player.
Hey, Coach Fry, did you watch the pin relays?
Yep, I was there, and we got a couple medals. We won the high jump, we won the long jump, we won the 4x2.
Okay.
And we got we was in the game. We didn't dominate it.
Sound like domination to me.
4 wins.
You holler at Lisa and Mick out there?
Yeah, they always gonna be around. I mean, shucks. The Mickey Barber, Lisa Barber, they was there.
Living legends themselves.
Yeah, they were there, and it's been fun. I tell you what, I'm still excited about the draft pick. You just turning me off of Hurst getting that first round. That's what.
I'm with you, Coach. Hey, I'm glad Kurtz got the first round, Coach. I'm with you, man. I just wanted to know ask about the track thing, man.
It was Josh. Somebody he didn't say anything about Carolina. Who cares?
Yeah, say nothing about no Carolina. And then Carolina had a good month. Wilson go to the first round already blowing up. She in Las Vegas, and they already got her name on the board, throwing up how many points she gonna score. You can go ahead and pick them.
Yep.
You can gamble now.
That's right.
We have a good Carolina year.
That's what I'm saying. Keep that going.
Hey.
So, Coach, let's go back to the pen relays for a second. So you had the young man, and I went to the awards dinner a couple of nights ago, and I saw where he jumped 6'9". Was that his PR personal best?
No, his personal best was last year at pen relays. He jumped 7'4".
Whoa.
And he was injured going into pen relays. We got to get him right in a week and a half. We got the SEC championships in Tennessee. And then we had a young man that run 20 flat to 200 at home the other week, TT.
Oh, yeah.
And so he's ready to go. And we got a guy that jumps 26.2 in the long jump. So he won the pen relays in the long jump. Didn't jump at 25.3, but he jumped 26.2. He's got the third best jump in the SEC and the eighth best in the country. We've been doing pretty fair. I got a shot putter or two, one thrown right at 70 feet. And he's one of the top three shooters in the country.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, well, you got some guys that are balling in. So, and I would encourage everyone to come out and see him.
Well, we got a softball team over there at Carolina right now. Man, them girls is knocking it out of the park. They hit it on my track while we practice.
Right.
So,
really getting it in out there.
They ain't Coach Fry Field, are they?
Yeah. And then we had a girl golfer. She was the medalist. She won the SEC in golf. So people just don't know Carolina got some stuff rocking.
Hidden down.
And a lot of it is coming from the women.
Hey. Equal opportunity.
Shout out us too.
Speaking of women, I think the South Carolina's beach volleyball team is ranked top 10 in the country right now.
Absolutely. And they just started that team, 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Carolina girls, man.
Carolina all across the board in every sport might be one of the 2 or maybe top 5 best sports programs, period.
Right. So, overall right now, we are top 10 program in the country overall.
Absolutely.
But you can't get into the Stanfords and Nebraskas. They have so many of them other sports, man. Them air rifle shooting and them bow and arrow shooting and rifle shooting.
Yeah, water polo and all of that good stuff.
Rowing.
Yeah. We ain't gonna never beat them because they can always pick up 8 sports that they won a championship in.
Right.
But the real sport.
Hockey.
Well, that's a question I got for you, Coach. You're one of the only coaches at the school, I think, out of 3 who has a chip. Mm-hmm. What's it going to take to get another one of those chip, coaches?
Hey, man, we're just around the corner. Right now, I think closing in every piece of our facility has moved into where it looks like we're emphasizing. So people go to school where they see people have facilities because that means it has a commitment. Carolina just moved to a total commitment in more than one thing. We've had as good a football stadium in the country, but then we had to grow ourselves into not calling ourselves keeping up with the Joneses. We had to decide that we are not keeping up, but we are one of the Joneses.
Absolutely.
You're either in the huddle or on the sideline.
Absolutely.
Right. So for too long, people go to the game, but they're on the sideline. So Carolina has moved because of Ray Tanner to where they want to play in everything that we in and want to play it well.
Absolutely.
And when you do that, then you can recruit all over the place and everything. And that's how we're gonna catch the other school and the other side of the state is emphasizing the other sports other than the football, and we'll catch on. That's the pattern. The way you get to being able to to give a quality education, a quality opportunity to everybody that plays sports.
All right. Thank you, Coach Fry, for calling in. All right, for Gary, Brandon, David, Megan, SK, and myself, thank you for watching the show tonight. Catch you again next Tuesday.
Don't forget, the Fry Foundation got a golf tournament in Gala in Pinehurst, North Carolina this weekend.
I'm pulling up with CJ, Coach. I'm pulling up with CJ, Coach.
Yeah.
Me and CJ.
That's it. That's it.
Diabetes and Mental Illness Foundation Gala Golf Tournament at Longleaf Country Club in Pinehurst, North Carolina. See ya.
See ya. All right, Coach. Thanks. Thank y'all for watching on Facebook. We will see y'all next week.
Yeah.
Okay.